In the modern business landscape, data science is essential for making informed decisions about customers, operation, and trends. A variety of tools, softwares are accessible to streamline data science workflows. Among these options, Pandas stand out as a crucial asset renowned for its effectivity, data handling capabilities. In this episode, Rajan Chetri from Analytics Vidya will introduce Pandas, a Python library tailored for data analysis. He will explain how to create object, access column, filter rows, sort data, and utilize head-intel method for raw previewing using Pandas. Quick note, this video is a part of a series covering all aspects of hands-on data analysis with Pandas. To delve deeper into this topic, be sure to check out other videos in this series. The link is provided below.
So what is Pandas here? Pandas is a powerful and easy to use library. Primarily, it is used for data analysis. Using Pandas, you can do data processing. You can do data pre-processing or data cleaning. You can do data manipulation, and you can do data analysis. Important. What is Pandas? Basically, Pandas is a powerful and easy to use library primarily used for data analysis. Using Pandas, you can do data pre-processing or data cleaning. Then you can do data manipulation also, and then you can also do data analysis as well. Next, Pandas provides its own data structures for storage, manipulation, and analysis of data. 1. Series. 2. DataFrame. Series is used to store, manipulate, and analyze 1D or linear data. Example, like a list. DataFrame is used to store, manipulate, and analyze 2D or tabular data. Example, like sheet in Excel. NumPy provides its own data structure for storing and processing the data. It is called ND array. Pandas provides its own data structure for storage, manipulation, and analysis of the data. So there are primarily two data structures which are there. One is called series, and the other one is called DataFrame. When to use a series? Series is used to store, manipulate, and analyze 1D or linear data, like a list. DataFrame is used to store, manipulate, and analyze 2D or tabular data, like sheet in Excel. Now here, I'll give an example to help you build confidence. Suppose I've got this column here, Wendy, Amanda, Nick, John, Andika. If I want to store and process this data, this particular data, according to you, which data structure can help me do this? Is it a series I'll be using, or is it DataFrame I'll be using for storing, processing, and analyzing this data, EMP name? Suppose we have got PHP, Java, .NET, and C and C++. We have two columns here. So two columns is tabular data. We have rows and columns here now. There are two columns here. There can be 3 columns also. There can be 4 columns also. So as per the definitions I have provided, either series or DataFrame to be used in this case. So for storing, processing, managing this data, which is there are 2 columns and 5 rows, which data structure I will be using in Pandas? So we'll be using DataFrame here. Exactly. Let us learn how to create a series. Let us learn how to create a series. First, import Pandas. So how you import Pandas? Import Pandas as PD. This is how you import Pandas. Here PD is the alias. Now here is a sample data. So I'm going to call it let's say math scores 78, 98, 45, 62, 56. So this is a Python list. We have got math scores here. So we have got this sample data here. Now, in order to analyze about data, we must convert Python list to series. So what is the method that I'll be using for converting list to series? That is pd.series. This converts list to series data structure. So I'm going to use it. Match series equals to pd.series and match scores. So here, okay, look at this step. Look at this step. I have converted list match scores into a pandas data structure. That is series. Now, which method I'm using here for conversion? pd.series. This is the method I'm using for conversion. So let me show you here. What is match series? So type of match series. So here's the confirmation. See, you yourself verify. So what you are seeing here is a series. What does it contains? Match series. It contains this data. Now, are you able to realize that for the very first time, on the left side, you can see the indexes. You have never seen indexes. Now you're seeing indexes for the very first time. On the right side, you can see values. 78, 98, 45, 62, 56. And the data type of this series is integer 64. Now, Pandas uses NumPy's ND array to store data internally. Fact. So it's a fact. And I'm going to give you confirmation here. I'm going to give you a proof that this is true. So match series dot values. So this is how you access the value part of your data. I hope you can clearly see a familiar word here. Are you seeing the word array here? Yes. So there is an array here. Huh? So if I check the data type of this data, isn't it a confirmation? Isn't it a proof that Pandas is using ND arrays internally? है ना? हमारे पास जो pandas है वो ND arrays को internally use करता है. So that means the mathematical functionality is available here somewhat, not all, somewhat. Then performance, memory optimization, speed of ND array, all these features are available in Pandas at the moment. Use call all basic math features. Math series dot max. Math series dot min. Now guys, I'm not calling all the math functions here. Can I assume that you will test the other functions like mean, median, something on your own later, not now? Most of your work is not using series. Most of your work is using pandas. So in the next step, I'll show you how to create a data frame using a dataset. Let us create data frame. Next, we are going to create a data frame here. For creating the data frame, first I'm going to share a dataset with the participants. Next, you are supposed to upload that dataset into your Jupyter environment. So please upload that in Jupyter using this upload button. So there is an upload button here. Click on it and upload the nba.csv dataset into Jupyter. pd.read_csv. This method is used to read CSV, that is comma separated values file. So I'll be writing nba equals to pd.read_csv nba.csv. So this method reads the data and returns the data frame. The name of my data frame here is NBA. You can choose any name instead of NBA. So what is NBA? Type of NBA. So NBA is a data frame. What does it contains? NBA. It contains the basketball players' data. Okay, next. What to do after the data frame is created? Next step is to do the data inspection. So how do we do data inspection? Shape returns count of rows and columns, nba.shape. So using the shape property, you will get to know that how many rows and how many columns are there. So there are 458 rows, 9 columns in the data. Dot columns returns name of columns, nba dot columns. So these are the columns that you have in your data frame. D types returns column name, names, and data type of each column, nba dot d types. So what you're seeing here, name of column and the data type of the column. Here's a fact. Object data type. You can see here, there's an object data written here, represents string data in pandas. No string data type is used in pandas. Okay, then we'll be using a describe method. Now this method returns statistical facts about numerical columns, nba dot describe. Please observe. And for detailed summary, you can use info method, nba dot info. Now I would like to bring this highlighted portion to your attention. Please observe the highlighted part and please try to learn that how to study the data, or what these numbers means. So the highlighted part that you can see on the screen is telling you the name of column and total count of values present in that column. Name of column and how many values are there in that column. So if you're able to read the data, then you can use this data to understand which column contains the most absent values or the most missing values. You can use head method to preview first 5 rows. You can use tail method to preview last 5 rows. nba dot tail. How do we understand if these are first or last rows? We observe row indexes. Row indexes are for understanding if we are seeing first rows or last rows. Tail is a method which is used to see last 5 rows of the data text, accessing one column from a data frame. In this activity, we will learn that how we can access a single column from a data frame. Let us target the name column. I wish to access name column here. To access name column, I'm writing data frame dot column name. I have one more syntax here, data frame square bracket column name. So are you observing that there are two syntaxes for accessing a column? One is data frame dot column name and the second one is data frame square bracket column name. So definitely there must be some difference in both the expression. Let us try to understand what is the difference in these two expressions.
If you have made it to this point in this video, do subscribe for more such content and click on the link below to check out our courses. We offer an array of programs from top universities in India as well as abroad. Alright, now back to the lesson.
Difference in dot versus square bracket expression. Okay, difference in dot versus square bracket. Suppose if there is a column with spaces in its title, say my college, then NBA dot my college will give error. But if you write NBA square bracket my college, this works perfectly fine. Now, are you able to realize the difference in these two expressions, when to use which one and when not to use which one? So here is a summary. If the column name is having spaces in its title, you cannot use the dot expression. If the column name is having spaces in its title, in that case, you have to use square bracket expression. Next, let us learn how to access two or multiple columns. Let us learn how to access multiple columns. Step 1, create a list specifying choice of columns. My columns, name, college, and salary. Step 2, pass the list into DataFrame within square bracket. So NBA, my columns. Please check if you are seeing choice of columns and not all the columns. I'm using head here. Head is optional here, right? So for neat and clean output, I'm using head for neat and clean output. Here is an alternate direct expression. It's completely your choice if you want to go with long approach or direct approach. Let us learn how we can filter the rows in Pandas. Objective. You are asked to find players from Texas College. So I hope you're able to find this column named college, and the value in this, and there are many colleges in this column. One of the value is Texas. We are asked to find player only from Texas College. So how do we do this in using Pandas? Let's find out. Step 1, create a condition. So my condition is the college must match with Texas. Step 2, pass the condition into DataFrame. NBA C1. Please confirm or verify if you are seeing only those players who are from Texas College. You can also follow the direct expression as well. NBA.college must match with Texas. This is the direct expression. Quick tip. You can create sub-data frames also. Texas players, NBA.college, Texas players. So I created a sub-data frame here. Let us learn how to filter rows using multiple conditions. So in this part, I'll show you that how you can filter rows using multiple conditions. And we're on head. Now the objective is you are asked to filter players from Texas College playing for PG position. So let me just explain you. So we are asked to find players from a college named Texas, and the playing position of the player must be PG. PG means point guard. So the player must be from Texas and the position must be PG. So the process to filter the data is same as the previous one. Step 1, specify the conditions. My first condition is that the college must be Texas. My second condition is that the position column must contain the PG values. Pass the conditions into DataFrame. Here, ampersand is logical AND operator. Please have a look at the data and observe if each record is satisfying both the conditions. That is, college must be Texas and position must be PG. Here is a direct expression for the same. NBA.college must match with Texas and NBA.position must match with PG. Please note, enclosing conditions in bracket is mandatory here. Using OR operator. Objective. You are asked to find players only from PG or SF position. You are asked to find players only from PG or SF position. How do you satisfy this condition in Pandas? So we'll use the OR operator here. Pipe is OR operator in Pandas. See, the position must match with PG or the position must match with SF. NBA, C1 or C2. Can you check the data and confirm if the position of the player is either of PG or SF? Okay. Objective. You are asked to find players whose salary details are unavailable. That is null. In this case, we'll be using isNull method. Here is the direct expression. NBA.salary is null. Okay. Next. Negation. That is tilde. This operator reverses the condition or provides opposite result. Objective. You are asked to find details of players whose salary details are not null. NBA tilde NBA.salary is null. See, this is the same condition that we did earlier in the last demonstration, but this time we are using negation here. That is tilde. So when you apply tilde before the function, it becomes is not null. So you are seeing only those players whose salary is not null. Okay, next. Sorting. Objective. You are asked to find the youngest and oldest player. So we are asked to find youngest and oldest player. To find youngest player, which column will be sorting? Age. And in which order will be sorting? Ascending or descending? For youngest player. ascending. Okay. And B dot sort values by age, ascending, true. You can use head also, like this one, to fetch only the first row. To find the oldest player, we'll sort the data by age in descending order. For descending order, we'll write ascending false. Please check if, when writing ascending false, is the data sorted by age in descending order? Yes. And do you see the name of the oldest player? It's Andrew Miller. Yeah, there are many players, 3 mostly. Okay. If I want to reduce the rows to only Andrew Miller, and how can I reduce the rows to only Andrew Miller? Head 1, head 1. Exactly. If I do the tail one, then what will I get from this expression? If the youngest player. Oh, okay. Oh, there is no player here. 2.
We hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to drop this video a like and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you want to learn and explore more such topics, head on to the link below to gain access to more data science lessons and subscribe to this channel. Until next time.